So this morning when I woke up, I had kind of like tears in my eyes because so many people getting caught up on the wrong things when it comes to life in general. Um, it's early in the morning. It ain't early in the morning for me. Y'all know my morning start at 3, but it's still early. But I just want to put this out there that this game that we call life is designated for us not to win. It's created for us not to win. Wealth, money, financial status has absolutely nothing to do with race. I know people be like, yeah, because it's a wealth gap between the black people and the white people and woo, 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 woo. The only thing that's different between black people and white people is that majority of white people were taught the game at an early age because their parents were taught the game at an early age. I know there are still people to this day that still don't know about credit. That's a game. Finances, that's a game. Moving up the corporate ladder, that's a game. Everything's a game. And they try to keep us in an environment, AKA the hood, AKA the ghetto, stuff like that, because they don't want you to learn too much. One thing you need to understand about black people, anything, I don't care what it is, anything that we learn and anything that we learn and we practice, let alone master it, we dominate at it. Anything. Look, just look. Serena Williams, for example, I'm just going to use her because she came to the top of my mind. She learned how to play tennis. She practiced it. She mastered it. She dominated at it. Look at basketball. Look at football. Look at any sport, any game out there, even hockey, NASCAR, whatever. It doesn't matter. Any game out there that we learn, practice, master, we dominate at it. Why do you think they didn't want us to learn, practice, and master basic life skills? They knew that finances is a part of life. They know the more money you have, the more power you have. That's what it equates to. You can't get out of any real situation without money. Any real situation, you're not going to be able to get out of it without having money. And that's period. The less money you have, the less power you have. We can talk, we can make speeches, we can make videos, we can picket, we can march, we can protest. If you don't have any funds to back up what you're doing, sorry, my shirt, I wear this all the time. So I clean it, I do everything in it. I got to order some more, but I'm gonna do it. But from that point forward, if we don't have no financial backing behind it, it's a lost cause. Why do you think it's always a RIP such and such and then it fizzle out? Because we don't have the financial backing. I looked at GoFundMe the other day and I was just comparing things. One little black girl had cancer. She raised $9,000. I think she wanted $6,000. She raised $9,000. In the same time frame, it's a little white girl that has cancer. Their goal was $10,000. They made $134,000 for this girl in the same time frame, the same amount of time. The thing is, I don't care if, and I ain't racist at all. I don't care nothing about that stuff at all. If I believe in right and wrong. If you're right, you're right, and if you're wrong, you're wrong. Period. I don't care what your skin color is, and that's just me. My thing is this: it is a fact that white people are privileged. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that, yes, I am. Okay, they're privileged because they're privy to more information. They're looked at as they're better than people of color. Like, that's just how it is. And I mean, we can't do nothing about that because just what's embedded in their DNA. That's just how this world, this America was founded. I ain't gonna say world, but this America was founded that way. They were so-called the superior race. They brought in an inferior race. But the thing is, they don't understand that where we were is where they came from. Okay, I'm not going to get a whole historical lesson or anything like that. In our genetic makeup, we are kings and queens. But the thing is, it's been repressed. They took kings and queens, that whole mentality, that whole genetic makeup, and made them slaves and kept them that way. Why do you think they didn't want us to read? It's certain things they didn't want us to find out that we had power in because they knew what they took us from. But now it's the whole thing of learning the game. Learning the credit game, learning the wealth game, learning the financial game, learning the love game, learning the relationship game, learning the business game. You got to learn all this stuff. You have to learn it. You have to practice it. You have to master it. Then you're going to dominate in it. If wealth was divided by race, being honest, there would be absolutely no black millionaires. There would be absolutely no black billionaires. If it was really a race thing. If it was really a black thing, if you black, you can't be rich. If it was that, we wouldn't have any rich black people. Oh, they sold that. Oh, they did this. Oh, they did that. No, they didn't sell out. They educated themselves. They learned the game. They practiced it. They mastered it. They dominated in it. It ain't about selling out. It's about educating yourself. The more you know, the more it seems you leaving people behind because they're lazy and they don't want to educate themselves. They don't want to, they just want a free ride. That's not a part of the game, baby. If you ever played the game of life, the real board game, wasn't no free rides, wasn't no hitchhiking. It was you get a job, you build your wealth, you do investments, you get a family, blah, blah, blah. You on this little car, you pick up a husband, you pick up a couple kids and all this stuff. That's the whole game. They didn't make it for no reason. But we took it as that, just a game, not nothing to learn from. Same thing with Monopoly. They teaching you how to monopolize in whatever field you want to be. You want to own hotels? Boom. You want to own land? Boom. You want to own property? Boom. They teach you how to do this in these games when you were young, but because your parents didn't really know, they just bought it because it was a trend. Same thing now. When it comes to stocks and cryptocurrency and all this stuff like that, people jumping on it because it's a trend. They're not really educating themselves in it. They're not trying to make no real money from it. You got to learn that in this game, you have to learn it. You have to practice it. You have to master it. And you have to dominate by any means. It's enough information out there for you to do all of it. Okay? That's it. That was on my mind. How to get it out. Whew, y'all got it now.